You ready? Call your mama, call your papa, call your friends. The festivities are about to begin. Boom!
Oh yeah. Two things. I was supposed to have the microphone was supposed to be off. That's number one. And number two, what the hell is wrong with the intro? You wanna play again and again when I'm done. When the intro is done, just wants to play it again. What the hell, man? That ain't good. Let me see. Stop when not visible. You see? Oh, always play. I don't know, man. Oh, gotta figure it out. I had it on a loop. What's up, everybody? I don't know if the camera is working. It's small right here. Yeah, there you go. What's up? I didn't figure out the. I hadn't figured out the green screen yet. But I'm here. I'm gonna grab my laptop and go to the outside. And while we have Discord user over here to entertain us with his lovely voice, I'm gonna reduce this right here and put it in this little spot. So while I go and set up my laptop, we'll get we get Discord user to entertain us. Should I put my headphones on, Discord user, so I can hear you? Oh, you want me to put my headphones on? Check 1 2, check 1 2. The microphone, does it sound good? Does it sound okay, decent? I know this is the older microphone. I actually liked this PC because of the microphone. I cannot use this microphone outside. It will be just too much background noise. I don't know how the palette sounds. You know, the palette sounds and the PP and the popping. I know it's not the best. I don't think it's the best, but it's great. I think it's good. Okay. I got a laptop there. I need now to. Yeah, I'm still missing a couple things. You see, yesterday I did it in a rush because it was the first time that I installed and put the computer here. And now, before we go, let me click on this little banner that I put on fire today. I have to tweak it and do a little adjustment here. Let me see if I can do it. Edit the filters. Add a filter. Let's see. Okay, let me put my headphones on, man. Hold on. Check, check. Okay, if you talk now, I should be able to hear you. We have Earth is Live in the house. There you go. Got a little bit of fire now over here. Coming out from behind there. Okay, I like that. Check, check.
There we go. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can.
Awesome.
How about you? You can hear me?
Oh, perfect.
Yep. Good.
Your audio sounds even better on YouTube.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't think there's something filter wise that in Discord it sounds like more, I don't know, more plain. But I think YouTube sounds okay. The sound is decent. Farmer's Boy, I heard a lot of crackling over there. Cracking.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't know what's going on, mate. I thought I'd got all the sound sorted out yesterday, but
You do now? Yeah. Sounds good.
oh, okay. It just I seem to remain lit up when I'm not talking.
All right.
Oh no, maybe not. Okay,
No, it sounds great, man.
good. Well, I treated myself to a new headset that supposedly had a very good microphone, and everybody seems to think it's got a better microphone than the last headset. So we'll see how we get on.
Yeah. Whatever you're
That
using
sounds
right
good.
now, whatever you're using right now, it sounds great.
Yeah,
All
that sounds
right.
pretty good.
Oh, they are. God, I keep remembering. What are these bloody things? They are Klim Mantis gaming headset. Apparently, it's got surround sound built in. It's
Cool.
yeah.
Tell me,
Wasn't that-
tell me
wasn't
what the
that
difference
expensive?
is. So right now I just have Samsung Bluetooth headphones in, wireless. Now I sound like this now. Now tell me how I sound when I put my helmet on. All right, so now I have my helmet on. How different do I sound?
Better.
Yeah, better.
Really?
Yes.
Yes.
That's weird. Because
Yep.
usually you guys will tell, like, I'll be riding and it'll sound muffled.
I think the
no,
problem
maybe-
you have is that what you're using is wireless.
But when I have my helmet on now. You said it sounds better now?
Well, yeah.
Ah,
But I think the problem with your sound is that whatever you're using is wireless. If it was whatever you're using was wired, I suspect you'd sound 300% better.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Tell me if you can hear this.
I heard the
Did you
sound
hear
of
anything?
silence. No, didn't.
Oh, okay. That was me turning on my motorcycle.
Well,
Okay.
we have a comment over here that there's something wrong with the audio because he can hear you, Farmer's Boy. Shout out to Ross Moffat. Looks like Man Devil, but it's not Man Devil. It's Ross.
He's trolling responsibly.
Yeah, my mind is blown. Shout out to Marcus Dresden, Farmer's Boy, Ross, Fred Bailey, also in the house, Earth is Live, Martin, and Anamorphic Mind. I'm gonna jump to the laptop, so I'm gonna be. You will not hear me or see me for the next minute. Hopefully, 1 minute, 50 seconds to 1 minute is the record for me to grab my laptop, plug it outside like I got it right here, the whole thing in my hands. I need to
Run, Forrest.
plug it, set it. So I am heading out there in 3, 2, 1. Okay.
Oh, so I've been hanging out over in Geo's past few days.
What was that?
I said I've been hanging out over in Geo's for the past few days, hearing them talk about, the horizon and refraction, all that same stuff.
Yeah, that's why I'm not a member over there, because I really can't stand to listen to them talk about that over and over again.
Yeah. And then
Life's too
Rakira
short.
jumping in. It seems like every time Rakira hears my voice, he has to jump in and disagree with what I'm saying.
He does seem to get triggered remarkably easily.
Oh.
He just, I mean, you, Blue Marble. I mean, there's several that it's just bait that he can't resist.
It was funny yesterday. We got on the topic of the flights in the southern hemisphere, and
Oh, yeah.
there was one guy. It was one guy that was challenging me to so I want to see. I want to see. Send me a link to where I can purchase this flight. I can purchase this ticket to this flight. I said, no, well, I can't do it right now, but yeah, you know. So I sent him the link to the flight, and of course, Wicked was over there, which is claiming, oh, well, I'm on the website right now, and all of them have two stops. There are no non-stop flights in the Southern Hemisphere. All the ones I'm looking at have two stops. Of course, he was looking at the wrong airline, and the wrong. It was the right flight, but it was the wrong airline. So
Yeah.
we couldn't figure out how to filter all the ones that had zero stops. So once I went to the same website and I did the same thing, oh, lo and behold, those non-stop flights showed up. So
Yeah.
I was messing up, message him and send it to him, just so you can see that I had sent it to him, and he can't claim that I didn't send it to him. So, and I haven't seen him all day today. So
Oh well.
I was waiting for him to come in. That way I can remind him, like, hey, remember you asked me for this information? Well, I've sent it to you. So now what's your excuse now?
I
Yeah.
just call. Hello. Check.
Hello.
Yeah,
Got you.
I've been here. I've been listening. Good, excellent. Go ahead, man. Go ahead. I'm you, man.
Yeah. So I'm just looking forward to seeing what his response is.
You've been making
I'm
up those
sure.
airplane flights again, D-Ball.
Yeah, I know. I'm
God
sure if
damn
I
it.
leave it alone, they'll never speak about it again. He won't be like, he won't come back and say, "Oh yeah, I saw those. Oh, you know what? I was wrong. Yeah, you were, But he will definitely hold your feet to the fire and tell you to walk back on what you claimed and concede to what he said. But he won't
You,
go. He won't do the same when you hold his feet to the fire.
you talking about Witsit?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, cram it down his throat every chance you get.
Oh, I will. Yeah.
I'll even help. I'll hold him, you cram for a while, then you hold him and I'll cram for a while.
Yeah.
You
Because I know that guy. One guy's name was Citizen. He was like, okay, I want you to go, get me the link to where I can purchase this flight. I was like, okay. So I went and got the link, and I DM'd it to him, sent him a bunch of screenshots and DM'd it to him. So he can't say I didn't send it to him. And I didn't DM it to Winston because I don't think Winston ever checks his DMs ever, because I've sent him a bunch of things.
it's
Shout
probably
out to
not.
Blue.
It's not got enough internet for it. Oh God, here
Yeah.
comes the cat.
Shout out to Blue. Somebody that check their DMs is Blue. He always.
Oh, we were also talking about LIGO a little bit, dude. I was hoping you were listening and you jumped in.
I caught just the
But
tail end of it and I didn't hear enough to feel like I could add anything to it.
Rakia claiming that he didn't see your video and claiming that you told him one of the arms was sloping down by 4 feet.
Actually, I told him 3 of the arms are sloping down by 4 feet.
Right,
Both arms at Hanford have a 4-foot change in elevation in them. And the south east arm at Livingston has a 4-foot elevation change.
Oh, okay. But it's from the center outwards, right?
Yeah, they've got one that they call a northwest arm at, southwest arm at Livingston. And that one runs almost east and west. And the elevations at the ends of that one are almost exactly 64 feet. They're only off by a few hundredths of a foot from being the same elevation. But the center
you're
of
talking
it
about-
is 63 feet. So there's a 1-foot discrepancy in the middle, as it should be.
And you're talking about the arms themselves, the tube itself, not the the elevation, the pad, a concrete pad above sea level, right?
Yeah, I'm talking about the pad. That's what I've got elevation data for. I've been
Okay.
looking around to see if I could find final elevation data on the tube itself. Because what they're trying to say is, well, just because the pad's built that way doesn't mean the tube is like that. You want
All
to
right,
bet?
let me say quickly hello because I just shared the show on Discord and I still have a handful more people showed up. If you guys are watching this live, you can join this conversation on the Discord server, the Daily Boom. And if you're watching this recorded, you cannot join the live show, but you can jump in the comment section and let us know your thoughts on any of the topics that we've been speaking along the live show. Live or recorded, whatever, hit the thumbs up and support however you can. There's PayPal, there's Super Chat that you can do, or membership. You know who's been a member for 4 months already? Mr. Victory's Radio, who says, boop, boom. Shout out to Mr. Victory's Radio. And thank you guys for being here. Blue Marble, Earth is Life, Farmer's Boy, NASA Shield, Flip Flop, and Discord user are here in the Discord.
So wait a minute. The latest thing is that because they built the pads this way, the tube's not that way. So they spent all this money to get the tabs to be perfectly flat, but the tube would not be perfectly flat.
Yeah, how ridiculous is that?
That's a pretty stretch of the imagination. I'm sorry.
No shit. But it's the only thing they've got left to go to. So that's where they take it.
Yeah. No, the claim was earlier that the as built. I'm not sure if he claimed it, but he kind of alluded to that the as built, whatever you call them, were incorrect, or there's errors in the as built diagrams.
Sure. Yeah. Right.
Yeah, they're only certified stamped engineering drawings by Jacobs, and yeah, they make mistakes on their stuff all the time like that. Sure.
Oh yeah, yeah. They're only wrong because he wants them to be.
Well, believe it or not,
talking about Chicago Bridge and Iron, Jacobs Engineering, Caltech, MIT. The list it reads like a laundry list of the who's who of hot shit outfits for building really cool stuff. You know, these guys didn't make any mistakes.
Yeah, they don't know what the hell they're doing. They can't measure things. They can't design things. Like, yeah.
Well, believe it or not, that's not the stupidest thing I've heard today. Because I actually heard Damok say that he can transmute lead into gold using household electric current.
Yeah, righto.
The things that guy says.
So
I
so
said,
he can make gold? He can make gold?
You can make gold out of lead, like the old, the alchemists could.
Yeah.
So I asked him why he's not the richest guy on the freaking earth to buy lead at lead prices and sell gold at gold price with a little bit of electricity. God, you'd be the richest guy in the world.
Indeed. Holy hell.
His favorite.
I think his technique is easier than that one guy that wanted to pull gold off the ocean with a kind of a man-made tornado machine type of thing. He put machine in the ocean and with I don't know how many thousands of gallons of water, he processed it with a tornado type of thing, and then he'll get gold nuggets.
Right, he's actually trying to get gold out of here. That's like mining gold.
Yeah, mining, yeah.
And that's more easily done than transmuting.
Yeah.
The alchemists, that's what they want. They wanted to do transmute lead into gold and live forever, and both of those were done by the Philosopher's Stone. Like Harry Potter, they kind of forgot about the whole lead and the gold part. But
well, some people say the transmutation is possible with a lot of electricity. Like they say, after lightning strikes, random nuclear reactions occur, and elements that weren't there before start appearing with a lot of electricity. So that's where they say transmutation may come in.
Well, they're wrong because they just don't have enough energy. I don't care what can we do it in today's stage under a nuclear, yes, we could probably do it, but it would cost so much money, so much energy, and
Well, NASA Shell, you have heard my wooish theories about the ether being like the salt on the Chladni sound plate. You put salt on the sound plate, you put out a frequency, and it takes shape into like these different forms. With enough energy and enough, frequency, you can make that shape, solidify, crystallize, harden, and solid, and solidify into a solid form. The ether is basically the salt on that, Chladni sound plate in this analogy. Stuff solidifies and crystallizes out of the ether with a powerful enough frequency, be it electric, vocal, like the voice of God or something like that, saying, let this thing be or something like that. And it crystallizes out of the ether, basically.
Excellent hypothesis, Lemon. Excellent. Now, how about some evidence that this actually occurs?
They
The
could
closest
be.
thing would be like the Sapphire Project. Supposedly, they're transmuting elements in this similar fashion with a lot of electricity. They're getting like a little bit of elements that are appearing, that weren't there before or something like that.
Excellent, Lemon. That's an excellent hypothesis. I like it. Now, with some evidence of it, I would
The Sapphire
nominate you.
Project? I'd have to look into it a bit more. I've just heard about
I
it.
would like some, if you have some real evidence that this Sapphire Project occurs and you can do it, please let me know, and I'll personally nominate you for the Nobel Prize in Physics.
The other thread of this is, I guess, research into nucleogenesis after lightning striking and stuff like that, like spontaneous nuclear reactions that occur after lightning strikes and stuff like that.
That's different. That's a chemical reaction.
Will you be interested in a Nobel Prize because NASA offered one there?
Yeah, Nobel Prize is like $2 million right now, I think.
I'm good, thanks.
You're
Looks
good?
like
Yeah,
people are already doing research into this, though. So
Yeah.
it's a very interesting thread to look into. Spontaneous transmutation and nuclear reactions. From blank the ether that were there before that weren't. There before or whatever. It's a very interesting thread to look into.
Nice. Bunch of more people join over here. I see NASA Shield. Yeah, welcome. Fittis is in the house. Truth Seeker here, and they are included now with Farmers, Artist Life, Blue, Marvel Science, and Flip Flop. Guys, I saw something yesterday. I clicked by accident. I clicked on one of the live stream that was from by somebody that say, I'm never gonna speak about flat earth anymore. I'm leaving YouTube forever. Don't contact me about flat earth. And he's doing a lot of flat earth videos. Jake the asshole. That guy. I click on one of his streams. When I click, he said like, yeah, I'm gonna, for those who came in late, I'm gonna review. There's a web page that is called this and this. And you can check on you can look into that and you'll find out what I'm saying. You know what? I click into that web page and I'm gonna share my screen so you can see there. I found some discrepancies in there, and you guys, please help me out here. Share my screen first. I think it's ports that let me see. I'm gonna type that ports.com. Right. Okay. Let me share this. Let me share this for YouTube. I just need 10 seconds. I'll leave my mic open.
Jose, are you there?
Yeah, he's presenting something.
I think Lemon's talking about the Puerto Rican singer Sapphire.
Ports.com. Anybody play with the website yet? So this is for help me. I don't find the words. I can say it in Spanish, but nobody will understand me. Esto es la página para los barcos grandes, las rutas de los barcos. This is the page for the route of the big ships, container ships around the world, all over the world.
Yeah.
That's it, right? Ports?
Yeah.
All right, good.
Ports, yeah.
So, yeah, we go with sea route. This is the interesting part.
Ports and shipping lanes.
Port is in the main page, ports.com. In the top next to the search bar, we got home and we got C route. I went to C route right there. C route. Okay, now in C route, we got a Mercator map in here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much. And this is what I found interesting. I said, all right, so it should be always the closest route, right? It should be, if I want to go from South America to Africa over here, this should be the route, right? A straight route.
Let me make a prediction. It's gonna show up as a curve.
Yes.
Yeah, or a curve, or maybe a little curving up or curving down. But this is the route. I don't think a route should be coming from here to the left and then come back. And it shouldn't go the long way, right? Now, this is cool because look, we can loop it. But I just wanted to show the main. This is what it shows in the main. So now we can set this up. We can put the Americas in the right hand side, which that's cool. It's not as usual, right? In the normal maps that we show.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if I want to go from South America to Antarctica, to fucking Australia, it should be to the left, right? It should be a trip right here, right? All right, let's find a port in Chile. Whatever in Chile. Let's go from Tal, Chile, and let's find a destination in Australia. Australia, whatever. Bull's Head.
Port of Australia.
Well, you could
Bull's
Yeah.
Head.
well,
Bing-bong.
if you want it to be on that side, go Sydney.
Oh,
Sydney, okay? Yeah.
Yeah.
oh, I want to go to Bing Bong.
Bing Bong.
Mm-hmm.
They do have some marvelous
Wait.
names in Australia. It has to be said.
SY. Yeah, see Bing Bong right there. I have no idea
Bing
what Bing
Bong.
Bong
Let's
is.
go from Bing Bong, yeah.
Let's see where
Because
Bing
this is
Bong
the ports.
Let's
This
see
is
where
the
Bing-
only existing ports in Australia.
Okay.
I have no idea
Yeah.
where Bing Bong, Australia is, but it sounds fun.
So let's go to Bing Bong and let's calculate. And the prediction is going to go from Australia. Either if it's in the left coast, it doesn't matter. It could go down here and over here. You think it's closer, right? Route than going this way underneath Africa. What do you think? It's kind of half and half, right? Let's
Yeah,
Way shorter.
which
let's
side of
calculate.
Australia it's heading for, doesn't it?
Calculate, and it's going to throw me a pad, and it's 15,000 miles. So if we zoom out in here, it's gonna a lot of zoom out. It tells what look at the pad. Look at the pad that is strong. So if we had there you go. That's a prediction.
The shorter route.
Yeah. So you think this is a longer way? Boom! To the right, big time. Went all the way down the coastline up, and then just grazing Africa.
Argentina.
Yeah, and I don't know. To me, this one looks closer from here to here. But you know what? Let's give the benefit of the doubt. What do we go to one? Give me one of the states from here, from the left of United States. One of the states near here. Los Angeles. Where do you think there are? Let's go. Los Angeles. The port of Los Angeles, United States. And let's find a destination. Let's go also to
Let's go to Bing Bong.
Let's go to Bing Bong. Yeah, right.
Keep it at Bing Bong, and then,
Yeah.
and see if it takes you across the Pacific.
I
can't
keep
see
it right
where
there.
it's gonna take you.
Yep. So predictions.
Oh, right across the Pacific.
It should be right across here, right? It could take maybe a longer route from the top. Maybe it can go down here, but it should be this across, right?
You would have thought so, yes.
Let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. 19,000 nautical miles in distance. You know why? Because look at the route it took. And look at the route. What the hell, man? Now, it leaves the oldest route. You see this oldest one from here? So we're going to avoid that. But look at the route that it went through the Panama Canal. It went down here through the Panama Canal, and then it went across all the way all of this to arrive to be. Why in the fuck is that long route? Look at how close this is from here to here.
Maybe it has something to do with them needing to stop in certain places. I don't know.
What if I'm gonna refresh this page because I want it clear and I don't want no previous ones. So it's already. Let's go to person. I want to blow your mind. This is the one that I said like, no, I drop my mouse. I said I'm just gonna shut this down. I don't believe. What if we find a port somewhere over here? What is this, Alaska? What if we find a port in Alaska and we would like to go to Russia? See where I'm going with this, right? Let's find a port in Alaska. Alaska. Whoa. What is over here? Kodiak. There you go. Let's go from Kodiak. Kodiak, Port of Kodiak. And let's go to somewhere over here in a name that I can understand in Russian. Is that good? Either port in Russia? Choose either, right? Port Magadan. Magadan. And the prediction is obvious. The prediction is we should go from here, and we should go to Russia. It should be a few hundred miles, maybe tops. If we go down and let's calculate how many.
Depends where the port is in Russia.
Well, it is
could be on the Black Sea.
24,000 miles. It will take 102 sea days. Let's go hauling ass at 40 knots. It's going to take 25 days on the sea because look at the route and the path that is throwing me to go from. Yep.
That's just ridiculous.
Yes, indeed. Isn't that ridiculous? What the fuck, man?
Okay, something's wrong.
Yeah, right? Is this a legit page? Ports.com? I mean, this is the most ridiculous, dude. I did this yesterday. I did a lot. I found these places in the west coast of the United States, and I came over here. Go ahead.
I have one. Try from Japan to Hawaii. Let's see how they would send the invasion force.
Right.
Hawaii, Japan.
Any specific in Japan?
I don't know any others too.
Nagasaki sounds.
Okay, have them go to Honolulu.
HO,
I think it's HO.
Honolulu, Port of Honolulu, United States. Yep.
Okay, see how they send the invasion force.
All right.
It's going to send it the way that the meme sends it, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's probably. That's my
guess.
guess.
Long way around.
Calculate. And it is 21,000 nautical miles.
It sent it round the long way.
And it's going fast. Dude, it's doing the fastest.
They're finding this on a flat map.
Look at this.
Oh, come on.
I mean, it's ridiculous.
You still got your previous one in there, too.
Yeah, I got the previous one, but still, you're coming from somewhere around here, right? And then, look, the long way. Instead of going across here, from here to the coast and pop and jump over here.
Let me find that meme. I can post that meme.
That is crazy.
Yeah, they're playing this on a flat map. You can't go across the Pacific.
I'm looking at that website and trying to see what this is based on and how they're working it out.
Right.
There's a flat earther out there that says you can't fly across the Pacific. Oh, what's her name? She's new. Or something.
So I don't know who this webpage belongs to, where they come from, but I just found it amusing. Let me give Rose to gently still doing it. Farmer's Boy, did you do anything with your microphone, or you see just me? I think I got my settings are fucked.
Why?
You go ahead.
It's a little soft for me too.
Okay, yeah, you were a little lower.
Yeah, well, I had to lower my mic input down because I was lighting up even when I wasn't talking, so I think I was getting bleed through from the.
Okay, now it sounds low.
Sorry. But there's no information on this website as to how.
Right, telling you, this is so fucking odd.
And it does make you wonder whether it's been set up by somebody so that you can't actually cross the major oceans. You can't cross the Pacific.
It looks like a troll. Yeah, it looks like trolling.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, but I can't.
I can't be for sure.
There's no information on the website as to where it's come from, who set it up, on what basis, and why is it presuming that whatever you put in, you're doing 40 knots and you're going to take.
No. You can change it at 10 knots. I moved it up to 40 knots.
It makes no sense.
Yeah. It's just no. I found it strange. Shout out to everybody on there in the webs watching.
And
That was mine.
Here's the meme that goes with this.
There you go. Yeah.
That's the one.
That's it. Yeah, he's taking the meme route. Yeah. I mean, actually taking longer because he's going through the Panama Canal over here in this one.
Wait, first of all, he goes through the Suez Canal, then he goes through the Panama Canal,
and then through this one, like between the continents of Africa, and it's crazy. Yeah, I found that weirdly interesting. But maybe I just wanted to share that because I really did found it strange, and maybe somebody have time in their hands and know how to dig into some kind of data inside websites, and they say like, all right, somebody must have created this website, and when was it created? What was the purpose of it? And because the only option is that Mercator type of map that you can loop around left and right. So yeah, weirdly enough. Shout out to Crow XC, Ninja, RT96, M Stone. Lemon, where you at? Tell me what you think. Patio furniture, I see. What is the Sapphire project? I heard that before.
Oh, this is the electric sun theory. I think they're actually talking about that Puerto Rican singer, though. I'm not familiar with her.
Oh, that's the plasma reactor, isn't it?
Yeah. Electric universe, electric sun, guys.
Yeah.
Replicating the atmosphere in the sun in the laboratory on Earth.
So is it a rechargeable zone? Does it need to be plugged in at all times?
I think it runs on propane.
All right. It could be a solar sun. It runs with the sun. Oh wait. That's a paradox right there.
That'd be good, wouldn't it?
I don't know.
Is there other way that a body like the sun? What is it? Mostly, is it a chemical reaction, plasma type of thing, right? No, it's not plasma. It's right.
No, it's a fusion reaction.
Fusion reaction.
It's a nuclear reaction. Literally fusing hydrogen into helium. And eventually other things too.
Why doesn't it dissipate like, or just end that? That reaction is just happening constantly.
Nope.
All the time.
Oh, it does dissipate over time. There will be an end to it one day. When it runs out of hydrogen, it will start fusing helium, and then eventually it will get to iron. And once it gets to that point, it's only going to last a few seconds because it takes more energy to fuse iron than it does than the reaction produces. So the core collapses, and away you go.
Nice. Yeah, it's such a massive, not planet, star, such a massive body in the sky with so much chemicals in it, so much condensation. So it's just burning all that shit out, but it's just gonna take a while for it all to burn. Huh?
Oh yeah,
I mean,
another 4 or 5 billion years.
I think if that happens to Earth, let's say that Earth, the solid material on the Earth and the water, all of a sudden somebody flick the fingers. Now it's just if the Earth touches the water, it's gonna be a chemical reaction. It's gonna start burning. It's gonna take a while because it's a lot of dirt and a lot of water on Earth right here. You know, that's a weird example, but what if the dirt cannot touch the water? We are fucked. We will just blow up or burn or something.
What you mean when you drop a lump of sodium in water?
Yeah, something like that. You know, a reaction like that.
Remember
So
that,
what does get
chemistry school.
disintegrated? Does the sodium disappear or does the water get evaporated? Which one wins the battle?
The sodium burns up pretty damn rapidly. I seem to remember that demonstration was done behind a perspex screen to protect us.
Oh, it's a violent reaction.
Oh yeah, lithium
But-
not quite so much, but as you go down that particular column of the table, yeah, the reaction gets more violent.
You're forming sodium hydroxide, I guess.
I suppose so, yeah. It's a long time since I've done chemistry.
But it's quite a violent reaction.
Yeah.
Damn near explosive.
Yes.
We had, well, being guys in high school, what do you expect, right?
Well, yeah.
We managed to liberate a little chunk of sodium. I don't know. I'd say the thing was maybe an inch in diameter, roughly.
Yeah.
We managed to free a piece of it. And there was a lake not far from the high school. And a lot of people used to go down there in the afternoons and fish. So we thought it might be great fun to launch that piece of sodium with a slingshot out into the middle of the lake.
Yep. I can see where you're coming from. Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen that many people running that fast in different directions before. It looked like the whole damn lake exploded.
There was a video clip somewhere of somebody, you know, when you go skimming stones across the water.
Oh yeah.
And doing that with it I don't know whether it was sodium or potassium. It was one of them, and yeah, he sort of flings it and it hits the water and explodes, and then bounces off and hits the water again and explodes. And yeah, it really is quite a violent reaction. And yeah, I suppose if you weren't expecting that, and that suddenly goes off in the lake, you know, Christ, are we under attack or something? You know.
Well, our science teacher had given us the idea because he's the one that tossed a piece of it out the window, a real little piece, in a puddle after a rainstorm.
Yeah.
That was our chemistry teacher. And we saw that and thought, wow, if that little bitty piece will do that, imagine what a bigger piece would do.
Yeah. Yeah, we had the demonstration in the lab, but you know, he had a container of water and this huge perspex screen between it and us, and you know, he was doing things at arm's length. He'd got them he'd got the little sample in a pair of tongs, and he'd got safety goggles on, and he sort of, you know, stretching his arm out as much as he can to say, "Watch this, guys," and sort of drops it in the water, and yeah, quite something to watch, particularly when you just watch him cut up a metal with a scalpel, you know.
Yeah.
So the salt.
You think that was clever? Watch this.
So what's up with the salt and sodium? What is the correlation? Does the salt have sodium? Can I get sodium out of salt?
Yeah,
What?
sodium chloride is table salt.
Yeah.
So there is. How about the sea salt? Does it have sodium?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And potassium, though.
Why doesn't it just explodes and burns because of sodium in the salt already in the water?
No. No, not bound up as sodium chloride. It's not going to explode.
Cannot believe there's no salt in this house, low sodium freaks. Sorry. I like it salty.
I know it's not, but is it me or does that guy look like Robert Downey Jr.?
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
It's that silly chef that makes steak with gold and things, isn't he? If I remember rightly, overpriced food basically. But he does. It looks like Iron Man out of his suit spreading salt.
The that I heard that Top Gun 2 movie is doing really good. It's really good. I haven't gone to watch it. I forgot that. I know I saw the first one when I was younger, but I just don't remember what it was. I think it was boring to me. I don't even know if I finished watching it. So I'm just asking myself, should I go? I don't want to watch the first one. I really don't. I want to watch the second one. But I think I'm gonna miss a little bit of the nostalgia because in this type of movies, 30, 40 years after, it's gonna be a lot of nostalgia. But I think it should be good for me to see a movie where I haven't seen the first part, to see it.
I mean, the first one when it came out, it was an absolute it was a classic film. I mean, it was a real sort of you could go to the cinema and just enjoy yourself. It's just one of those films. I mean, if you looked at it critically, so much of it was like, yeah, really. But you at the time, it was a blockbuster film. And they reckon the sequel is doing very, very well. I think a lot of people just wanted this sort of film that hasn't got all these sort of woke messages and all the rest of it. It's just Tom Cruise pretending to fly a fighter plane.
Tom Cruise is actually a very accomplished pilot.
Oh yes, yes he is.
A lot of people don't know that, but he actually is.
I believe.
However, I will say I hope the flying scenes in Top Gun 2 are a little more realistic.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. The first one, you sort of.
That is what I heard. What I heard is that they are badass. That the story is really cool. Is not cheesy at all, the movie, and the third act of the movie, like the last segment of the movie, is fucking badass. Some of the best this type of planes flying scenes ever in the history. Like the style they recorded it, the Tom Cruise doing a lot of the flying himself, the own stunts, they set up the camera. They say it's really, really something to see.
Well, I don't know about Tom Cruise doing a lot of the flying because the US Navy, they tried to persuade him to say, look, he is a qualified pilot, very experienced. Will you please let him fly the F-18? And they said no. Not a chance. No. He's not flying the F-18. But I'm sure that in this day and age, it will certainly look like he's flying it. But no, I think they drew the line at that.
Yeah, I need to watch more because I overheard when the movie was about to come before coming out, before the movie trailers, and they talk about it. And what I gather, what I remember is he say, I kicked ass. I learned how to. I mean, I don't know not 100%, but I learned how to do a few tricks, and I am behind. I am the one piloting the plane in many of the scenes in the movie. So yeah, I don't know to what extent, to what level. I don't know if they disguise some kind of another type of plane in order to have him in the front seat doing the stunts himself, and they disguise it on one of these. I don't know what they did, but I don't know.
Oh yeah, I'm looking forward to watching it because I loved the first one. It was just such an entertaining film, and so many sort of memorable lines and scenes came out of it, and yeah, Kelly McGillis,
Yeah.
say no more.
Mandeville, see, and I saw this. I saw a recommendation of the video. Tom Cruise and James Corden up into two fighter planes. They say that he's insane. I guess Tom Cruise was piloting one of the fighter planes or something. I don't know. I saw the thumbnail and the recommendation. I didn't see the video. But yeah, he's badass. He needs to go to space and do some things on the ISS, shit like that. That's the next step.
Yes, they've certainly been talking about it, haven't they? They want to go up and because I think the first rumor was it was going to be an installment in the Mission Impossible franchise, and then they said no, it's going to be something else. But I think they are still looking at getting him and the film crew up there for a few days.
What they're trying to beat? They're trying to beat James Bond with down South River, put him on in space.
Well, of course, James Bond went to space, didn't he?
But exactly. But I mean, like in reality, the actual movie actor, with I don't know, maybe one extra person with the camera crew, even though they're like little GoPro cameras to record some scenes up there, it's never been done for a movie, for an actual Hollywood movie with that they will add or take special effects like that. So that means that the Fast 9 went to space. Ludacris and Tyrese. Did you think they went to space in a homemade spacesuits and a car, and they went to the highest on a car?
Oh yeah, that's
the totally Fast and Furious 9. Yeah.
Yeah, totally legit. Yeah.
I actually saw the other day. Came out of nowhere a new little TV series with. What's this old man named? He play the yelling guy in Spider-Man. Dude, I'm so bad with names, and my brain is not. Like, yeah, Folds is a Spider-Man. Fucking A, I got it at the tip of my tongue. This old cranky man.
The guy in charge.
Great actor. Yes, great actor. This guy, his name.
God, what is his name?
I know, right? Somebody in the chat box.
I can picture him. What's
his voice, his wrinkles in the face, his mustache, everything. I just cannot. Jonah Jameson. Well, who is the one that plays the Jonah Jameson guy? Well, there's a new TV series with him.
J.K. Simmons.
J.K. Simmons, yeah, J.K. Simmons.
I had to look it up. I knew who you meant, but I just couldn't remember his bloody name.
J.K. Simmons, yeah, him and an old actress, good actor. A TV series that they got some kind of a planetarium in the basement, like in a old school bunker basement. So they go, let's take a while, let's go see the stars. So they go to a bunker in the basement, they go really deep in, they do some clicks and open doors, they take a little trip with the lights and boom, and they are there in a big window, and they can see planets and stars and shit like that. It's this crazy, weird science fiction.
I've just found it on his IMDb page. It's called Night Sky.
Night Sky, yeah. It's really cool, man. I saw this like 7 or 8 episodes. I seen that when I was off the show. It's really nice, man. Really nice series.
Right,
very interesting. J.K. Simmons, yeah. He's awesome, J.K. Simmons.
Oh yes, there it is. Right, let's just stick out my favourites. I'll try and squeeze that in at some point.
So,
who's that, man?
I found an alternate application to SunCalc, which is pretty cool. It's called Sun Locator. Let me see if I can drop the link. Anybody can take a look at it. I think it's actually better than SunCalc. Let me see.
Yeah, if you find that, we'll say. You know what? I look at SunCalc, and I had looked at it a few times, but I never play with it. The first time that I tried to plug in something on SunCalc, I just couldn't do it. I'm SunCalc illiterate in that web page. Maybe this one would be easier for me to navigate.
Yeah, so you can bring up a map of your location, and it'll literally show you in real time what your shadow will look like. You can walk around, and the shadow will move and everything.
All right, it's an Android app.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
So let me give you an idea. I'll send you a screenshot. You click on map view, right? And it'll give you.
Oh, we're losing you.
I'll just go right now.
Signal.
Oh,
Your signal is bad. We're losing you.
can you hear me?
I heard that. Yeah.
And at the moment,
So I'm gonna send a screenshot. It's probably gonna take a while, but you can go on. It has like Google Maps, and you can zoom in on your location, and it'll show you exactly the path of the sun, and it'll show you what the shadow should look like. Even if you move around, the shadow will move as well.
Really cool. No, yeah, I'm able to open it in Windows. I open this site. I'm not gonna I cannot install it, but I can check on the screenshots on this app. So it shows a few.
Mm-hmm.
It's good. Very nice, man. Like this right here. You're gone. I don't know if
Not
you.
sure what I
Oh, I
missed.
can. Oh, there you go.
No, I was saying not sure what I missed from the past half hour. I was getting a haircut.
Nah, we were just chatting. But still, what is this? So the shadow. So this is you put a location, you put a time, it tell you how the shadow is gonna look. That it?
Yes.
What will that do? What will that prove or something? You know?
It just shows you where the sun is in respect to your location and what
All right, I gotta step out for a minute.
CroXC, what's new? Is he here?
Well,
Okay.
yeah, up here. These days, I'm thinking about some stuff relating to relativity, although I'm not very familiar with it, but I have some thoughts.
Right.
Yeah, so
Right.
no flat Earth for the moment.
Yeah. Yeah, I hear a lot of people talking about relativity and stuff like that. Matter of fact, recently, like maybe an hour ago, I was over at Geo's and they were talking about redshift and relativity. But I mean, we're talking about people that probably have never taken a physics course. I've never taken a physics course, so I don't really engage in things that have to do with, time dilation and all those crazy things within relativity. So I don't really engage.
Yeah, when I engage, because I have some thoughts or something, I always come with them as as question, and if the answer doesn't convince me, I just stay quiet. You know.
Yeah. Yeah. I try to like anytime I hear some things, I'll go and I'll look at a few videos to try and explain it. But even the videos that I watch pretty much explain it pretty well, but I still wouldn't be able to understand it, you know, just in layman's terms. I mean, I could try, but even still, it's like when you're talking about, light speed and redshift and Doppler shift, and they have like those visuals that show kind of how it works. I can understand it that way, but then when they go to the math portion of it, that's where I'm pretty much lost.
I think because it's mostly math.
Mm-hmm.
They try to simplify it with some words or diagrams. It convey the idea a bit, but if you don't fully understand the math, you cannot absorb what's being said. At least that's
Right.
what I think.
Right.
Well, math is the language of physics. Just
That's true.
Well,
Newton invented calculus while he was quarantining from an epidemic, trying to explain the observation he was seeing. So,
But that doesn't stop me, a person like me, that to ask questions, maybe present some kind of problems that I think there might be problems, and just have a wall in front of me, like, you know what? I can try to understand what you guys are saying in certain things in math, but I don't know
Mm-hmm.
any of this. Is going to take me a long time to learn all of this. It's advanced math that I'm never going to learn. Can I just accept it because you guys tell me and you guys know about the math? I can do that, but I can also be, I don't know, I can ask the questions, not because you have some kind of credentials and you know a lot about the topic. It doesn't That doesn't tell me that I cannot comment or have an opinion about certain topic. Now, I understand
Right.
about telling you that's not the way it works or that's wrong. I shouldn't in even in my illiteracy, I cannot tell you you're wrong. Because if I don't know about the topic, if I don't know about math, how am I going to tell you you're wrong?
Exactly.
I can have my guard up and I say like I just don't want to believe you, but I'm not going to tell you if you're wrong or not.
well, Jose,
Exactly.
you're the better because you speak two languages. You speak Spanish and English, and you know that there are things you can say in Spanish that just don't translate well in English. It's
Yeah,
similar.
yeah. Listen,
It's similar when you describe things in math and then have to come back to English to or another language to explain it. People that don't speak more than one language have difficulty with that concept.
but I have heard I mean, throughout my years talking about it in the flat earth camp, in the globe camp, in both camps, I've been shut down by a lot of people that because they have expertise and they tell me, "Oh, you just shut up. You don't get to ask me questions. You don't get to make a point about certain topics because you don't know anything about it." I say, like, dude, what the fuck is wrong with you? I mean, isn't that what we are all here for? Try to learn from each other, you know.
Right.
So I
But that's
find it
like
odd, you know.
at
Yeah.
that point, that's when you step back and you just listen, right? As like a student, you know.
There are some
I'm not saying you shouldn't have an. I'm glad. I'm sorry.
people though that try to bridge that gap. And I think a lot of people try, but some people do it more than others. I think Neil deGrasse Tyson is probably the voice of our generation, and you had Mr. Wizard way long ago, and in between them
Mm-hmm.
you had oh gosh, yeah, the Cosmos guy. Who was the Cosmos guy? Sagan.
Not singing,
Yeah,
yeah.
Sagan. And so every once in a while there's a guy who can translate and tries to put it into language that if you will common folk understand to varying degrees of success.
Hmm.
Fucking A. We got a big fan of Top Gun, Croxy.
yeah,
Holy hell. We were talking about just mentioning Top Gun a minute ago. Yeah, you were here. Look at that. This with the jacket and all the good stuff. He went ready.
Oh, nice.
yes.
That's good, bro.
Although it was, it was it was hot. It's summer now, and this is Egypt. But I wanted to go
Mm.
with that jacket. I bought this
You wore
jacket.
that leather jacket in Egypt in the summertime?
Yes,
Oh
yes.
my God, you must have
I
been
didn't
boiling.
care.
You
Yeah,
must be cooking.
I bought it the winter of I can't remember 2019 or 2020 when the movie was about to
Wow.
be released in November or something like that. I say, wow, that's perfect. I got the jacket, but then the movie didn't come. So I
Mm.
swear I'm going to watch it no matter what with that jacket, no matter what. So I did.
That's good, brother. When was this? Last night? That picture?
Last Friday.
2 days ago. Very nice. Congrats, man. I know it's a happy times when you're looking forward for something and you get to experience it. So that's good for you, bro.
Thank you.
So I'll wait
No, I was
until
in.
you're
Oh,
dying the thirst and, overheated, and I'll offer you a bag of ice for that jacket.
So was it good?
You haven't
Yeah,
seen it?
I enjoyed it.
No,
Yeah.
I haven't seen it
Who
yet.
hasn't seen it?
I
I've seen
haven't
it.
seen it yet.
I haven't seen it.
I'll go off. I'll tune out to you guys and talk about it for a while if you want.
No, I don't
No,
know. No spoilers. No spoilers. I haven't seen it.
Yeah, of course. You know, any Top Gun lover would never spoil it for anyone who didn't see it.
Oh,
To be
but
honest, I hated
hold on,
all the Top Gun.
hold on, there's.
Oh,
But
sorry. Yeah, okay.
no spoilers. But Tom Cruise dies at the end of this movie, all right? I haven't
come
seen
on.
it. I haven't seen it. I don't know. We gotta throw some
No.
fake spoilers in between. I don't know the movie. I don't know what happens.
I watched Top Gun 1. I haven't watched Top Gun 2, but I've seen the trailers, and I fucking hate both of them. Top Gun is crap, and oh my god. Top Gun
No,
2
it's-
is, according to the trailers, it's the same fucking story they had in Top Gun 1.
Yeah. If you don't like the movie, that's what movies are. Some people like it, some people love it, some people don't like it. So it is what it is.
Hey, does anybody remember Iron Eagle?
Iron Eagle?
Remember Iron Eagle and Iron Eagle 2?
I seen that, and that was a load of shit as well. That was like, what do you call
I kind of
him?
like them.
Arnold Schwarzenegger. No, it wasn't Arnold Schwarzenegger. What was the other guy? Sylvester Stallone 2 going into fucking Vietnam for the second fucking time. You remember, like, what was the fucking movie that Sylvester Stallone made with his knife?
Permission to troll the chat.
Okay.
Shout out to Carlos. Bendición.
What's up?
Carlos is bringing it back down. Carlos, will you tell me or somebody, you shut up, sit down, and listen to me. You don't get to ask me questions because you don't know about the topic. Is that good?
You know what? I don't know why you're even asking me questions. Why don't you shut up and sit down, Jose? I'm just kidding. No,
Thank you
wouldn't
very
say
much.
that.
I love it. Yeah, I love it.
You're not kidding.
Of course not. Of course not. You only learn by you only get better by failing. You only get to know more by asking questions because you don't know. Now, if you're trolling, that's a whole nother thing. But of course not. Now, as you said it, Jose, if somebody is coming in and saying you're wrong, but not actually providing a reason why you believe that the person is wrong, then yeah, you will be shut down because you're not adding anything to the conversation or the argument.
And I completely understand that. Yeah, and there's a lot of people like that. You don't know. I mean, you're lying to me. That's not the way it works. Well, how does it work? Oh, I don't know. Neither do you. Nobody knows. Do you know? Do you even know? No, I don't know nothing. Nobody knows nothing. Then sit down and shut up. You don't tell me how it doesn't work if you don't know. I mean, what the fuck are you talking about?
Oh, yeah. Or when you try to explain something, they'll say, "Well, those are just excuses." It's like, well,
Or stories.
okay. Or stories, yeah.
Cool story.
Cool story, bro.
Cool story, bro.
Yeah, I think people
uttered many times before me.
Do
I think
people
we should
remember the movie First Blood?
Oh no, we're back on science over here. There's
Oh,
okay.
back to science.
I will say, I did watch Top Gun, and from somebody who makes videos and cinematography point of view, I think it was very well done, and it's 10 out of 10.
Fucking yeah, I forgot. Damn it! I lost the train.
Sorry.
If anyone remember in Top Gun 1 when Tom Cruise or Maverick flew inverted on top of the Russian Meg, that was of course very weird. I mean, it can't happen, not at that distance.
No.
So also in
No, that's not true. They actually do it today with real airplanes,
Yeah, but the tails would have collided.
Yes, that's what I mean. So in part 2, there's also you can find 1 or 2 moves like this, like something impossible aviation wise, but you just cut them some slack and enjoy the movie.
Yeah, there's some things in the first film that you just go, yeah, okay, whatever. This is Hollywood, you know.
I know that.
And that was one of them. You know, when he said, "Oh, we flew inverted above the MiG," that wasn't actually a MiG, and no, you couldn't get that close because you'd have wiped both the planes out. But other than that, you know.
I just hated the whole movie because I fucking hated the whole movie. I don't know what the movie was about. It was about making people want to join the army or the navy or some fucking thing. I just thought it was a shite movie. You know what I mean?
I thought
nothing to do with
it was a
flying
very good movie.
planes.
Tom Cruise, Val Kilmer, you know.
I couldn't care who was in it. It was a shite movie. I hated it.
Kelly
No,
McGillis
that's
says
my
so. What's
opinion.
not
You
to
know what
love
I mean?
about
Yeah.
it? Tom Cruise on what at the time was a motorbike that had just come out and you could buy, although it was rebadged to look like something else. I feel the need for speed. You know, what's wrong with that?
Yeah, I appreciate it. I understand where Thurs is coming from. But let's say if I watch, there's a new movie, I don't know, Superman movie, and the movie comes out, and I goes, and if I don't see the movie, did you see the movie Top Gun 2, Thurs?
No, as I said, I have not watched Top Gun 2 and 1. I watched Top Gun 1 and
You
I
watched Top
thought
Gun
it was
1?
a piece of shit. You know,
And
and there was other movies
I didn't ask
around
you to
it.
tell me the story. I didn't ask you to tell me the story. So you
I'm not
haven't
going to tell you
watched.
so. Yeah.
So I'm talking here. So you haven't watched the Top Gun 2. You're telling the movie is shite. That is your opinion. Even though you haven't watched the movie, you don't know if it's shite or not. You're just not interested in watching it. You cannot say, I mean, you can say it because you already did say the movie is shite 7 times. But that is not true. Not even for yourself, because how are you going to say if something is shit if you haven't seen it? It makes no fucking sense whatsoever.
Well, if I watched the first movie and didn't like the story, and then I watched the trailers for the second movie, and it's basically the same story as what they had in number 1, and I don't think it's going to go anywhere, I'm thinking, yeah, the writers didn't get their shit together and didn't write a better story. It's the same fucking story, you know. And I didn't like the
You know how
first one.
you're sounding. Wait. You know how he's sounding now? He's sounding like a flattered. I tell you why. I don't believe in the moon landings in 1969 to 72. Nobody went to the moon. And what? Are they gonna go in the 2030? They're gonna go back to the moon? Bullshit. I'm not gonna watch that. It's fake. It's already fake. I'm just telling you for right now, because the first one was fake, then the next one is gonna be fake. You're exactly like a flat earther now. Boom. Prove me wrong.
No, because I believe people did go to the moon, and I believe they didn't make the first movie, and I didn't like the first movie. The story was crap.
Do you think
and it's the same story for the second movie? You know what I mean?
Do you think now, if they go back to the moon, is it gonna look better? Is it gonna have a better quality, the videos and pictures that we get? The better, the audio, the video, the footage, everything. Do you think everything will be better than when it happened back in the day? That's a easy yes or no question. And if you want to elaborate, then
no, I don't understand your question.
All right, back in the day, in the late 60s or early 70s, we got some video footage and we got some pictures of these moon missions, right? There were somewhere in color, somewhere in black and white. There were grainy video footage that was streamed live. There was then later on some videos. The quality, can you compare that quality of the video in the early 70s to the quality of the videos that we have today? 4K, 8K quality. Can you compare that? Or today's way to take videos is better?
As I remember, NASA started to lose funding because people stopped watching the launches to the moon.
No. The question is about video quality. The question is about video quality. The video in the early 70s, is it better quality, video quality, than what we have today, 50 years later?
No, it's not better quality. No.
Exactly. So if you don't think that something looks legit and something looks real 50 years ago, now, because you don't believe that, you're not going to see what they're going to present now in the next upcoming years, because you already see it once and it looks like shit. Now I'm not going to see what they're going to show me because it's also going to be shit. because I already seen it once 50 years ago. That's what you're saying about the movie, bro.
Nothing to do with the video quality. It's the storyline and shit. It's the same fucking story, and they don't go anywhere with it.
How do you know?
Not the same story
You're a moron.
at all. It's not the same story at all. Never. Completely different.
I mean, if they show the story, if they show my story now, if they shoot a video of me, I'm almost 50 years old. They take a movie of me. This is my story, and I take a little video documentary now, and then 40 years from now, I'm 90 years old, 85, 90 years old, and they do another movie with me, with better camera quality and a better script. I said, all right, I'm gonna do it again now because it's been 40 years now. Wow, this is my story. Maybe you didn't like the story that I did today because it's boring and it's shitty. It's just me. But why won't you see the same story 40 years into the future? The same actor, but 40 years older. The same story, but better camera quality, better special effects, better visuals, better everything. Why wouldn't you?
I didn't like the first movie. I thought it was crap.
You're a moron. You're not answering questions. You're a waste of time.
I think he's asking me why wouldn't it be better if it was made better with better quality and all that. The original fucking movie was shit. So even if you make it with better cameras and better fucking, CGI and all that, it's still a crap fucking story. And it's the same fucking story they used in the first fucking movie.
But that's
nothing has really changed. It's the same fucking shit about
okay.
You
last
go
point.
from how he goes in and he gets indoctrinated and gets out and
this is the last point that I'm going to make.
People and then somebody dies and it's the same fucking story. How it changed anything? The story is still crap.
Now, hold on, Carlos. Now I lost all the credibility that you will have to say moving forward because you haven't seen a movie. It's a new movie. It's a new story. It's not the same thing. Do you know what the same thing is? It, the movie It with the clown that they did many years ago. They did a new movie It with new actors, with a new clown, with the modern camera quality. They did exactly the same story, shot by shot. You know what Top Gun is? It's a continuation of the movie. It's not the same story with the same actor. It's a continuation. What happened 35, 40 years after the first thing. So if they were in a mission 30 years ago, 40 years ago, now is the times have changed. It's 40 years into the future. The guy is grown up. How are you going to tell me it's the same story when, number one, you have not seen the movie and in all the previews is telling me this? Dude, we had a movie 40 years ago, and now we are continuing the story 40 years into the future in the modern times. What's going on today? They're not going to tell me the story what happened in World War II or back in the day in Vietnam and none of that shit, because that's already happened 40 years ago. How are you telling me that is the same thing when it's 100% a different movie, just a sequel many years into the future? You haven't seen the movie. Why are you telling me this? Why are you lying blatantly in public? Or you just don't understand yourself? You don't understand what you're saying yourself.
I am not lying.
Female character is a lot better looking than the last one.
Oh, it looks fantastic. I mean, the waves look better. Oh, the arrows, the clouds in the sky look better. Does that fucking change the storyline?
Well, the story is changed. It's a different story, completely different story.
It's not a different fucking story. It's the same basic fucking story. You know what I mean?
Okay, what's the basic story that you believe it was repeated again?
Doom.
It's
Doom 1, Doom 2, Doom 3. Is there a change in any of the fucking story? Oh, the graphics get better, but does the story change? No. Am I supposed to fucking love it because the graphics get better? I'm sorry. I don't.
No, I'm asking you, what do you know about the story of Top Gun 1? And you believe that was repeated in Top Gun 2?
He was scrap. He don't know the story because he was scrap. He didn't even pay. He just watched it in the background and said like, this movie's shit. And now because the movie is called Top Gun with the same actor, it's the same shit.
Well, Crow, in this story, it is the same because in this story, Crow is still an idiot. So I guess it would be the same.
No, if I ask Thurs, how about that new Spider-Man movie that came out in December last year, No Way Home? Well, Thurs will say, well, I saw a movie, a Spider-Man movie, like in the late '90s, and
Oh my
yeah,
god.
and he say like, yeah, he's just a guy. He get bit by a spider. He got superpowers. There's a villain, and he fight and he wins. So I'm not gonna see this movie because it's the same shit. And all the Spider-Man movies are the same. That's what a person like Thurs will say with this analogy about the Top Gun, right?
He would say that the Green Hornet is good in the movie because the show was good, but it's the same logic because the movie sucked.
Yeah.
I hate all your men in tight fucking movies. All your hero movies are all shite. You know what I mean?
Do you see superhero movies, Thurs?
All your superhero, your fucking Batmans, your Spider-Mans, that's shite. What the fuck are you looking for in a fucking movie?
Did you see the new Batman movies?
Are you kidding me? This is good movie making.
Of course he
They're
has.
just milking you for your fucking money. Oh my god.
You see the new Batman movie? I love it. Everybody trolling Thurs.
Hello, everybody.
What's up, Lil?
Has anyone seen the new Top Gun?
Yeah, Thurs say, you know what? Thurs have not seen it, but he say that the movie is just shit because the first one was shit, and the second one is like the first one.
Oh, the second one's a billion times better. I shouldn't say
No.
I don't want to ruin the plot.
Thurs will disagree with you. Thurs will disagree with you, Lil. All right, Lil and Thurs, everybody shut up. Lil and Thurs on Top Gun 2.
I don't want to ruin the plot, though.
No, don't, no spoilers, but Thurs.
How can you have a...
It's the same fucking story that they had in number one. Oh my god.
A good movie. You should go see it, Thurs.
Well, I think we did establish that the movie is not the same because I asked you what was the story that was repeated and you couldn't tell. So it's not repeated. It's a different story.
Okay, so people go into a fucking, a very high, like classical fucking, training program. They do shit. Bad shit happens. They learn to bond together, and then they go off and they have a fucking successful mission. I mean, bang. That's fucking it. That is the whole fucking story. What the fuck?
You haven't watched it.
Because I watched number one. I know what number two is because I watched the fucking, all the crap that they told me about, you're going to love this movie because it's better than the first one, you know what I mean? And I've also got Tom Cruise in it.
Hold it in for a second. Did you watch the film Alien?
Yes, I did watch Alien.
Right. Did you watch the sequel Aliens?
Yes, I did.
Were they in any way the same fucking film?
No.
Well, there you are then. You're talking out your fucking ass.
Okay, so Alien was on... Alien, the first one, was on one spaceship, right?
Yes, but you know this because you've seen both of them.
Aliens, number two, was on a planet. Was on a planet.
Yeah, you haven't seen both of these films, so how the fuck do you know what the second film's like when you haven't seen it?
Because I know by the fucking... my god,
yeah.
right.
Terse, Jose might have been trolling, but he was right. You really do sound like a fucking flat earther.
Maybe I am a flat earther. I'm pretty drunk about drinking with people in my garden. Like, I have watched all the fucking shit that they talk about.
Drunken Terse is not a good Terse.
I don't give a fuck that he's back in the movie, right? But it's basically the same fucking story.
As surely as the Earth spins, the new Top Gun is better than the old one. As surely as the Earth spins.
I am sure. Don't call me Shirley.
I'm gonna round up the movie. We'll try to bring it down to her, even though it's funny shit. I've been laughing.
It's funny shit.
But listen to me, and this is a fact. The movies are, it's objective. You might like a movie, you might not like a movie, because the majority of the people like a movie, like the new Spider-Man movie, and maybe I didn't like it. I said, like, dude, that movie is shit. I don't know what people is talking about. It's shit, and I respect that. If somebody didn't like it, I respect that. But if somebody have not watched the movie and they say, "I'm just not going to watch the movie because it's not appealing to me. I don't think I'm going to like it." I respect that 100%. But if a person tells me, "I'm not," that movie is shit. I have not seen the movie, but it's just the biggest pile of crap that have ever come out. I don't respect that. How in the fuck do you dare to say that something is shit if you haven't tried it in one way, shape, or form? How are you gonna tell that dish, that plate, that food that you serve me is garbage? It tastes like shit if you haven't tasted. You know what I mean? You cannot say that something is bad if you haven't tried it. You can say that something you think is gonna be bad. You will not try it. You will not watch it. I respect that, but you're not gonna tell me something is bad, is shit if you haven't done it. So that's I think is fair for everybody. You don't have to hate somebody that don't like something that you like, but if you tell me that you don't like that, but you didn't even try it, then then we're talking fighting worse. Boom.
I've just got to say, I watched the first movie. I didn't like it, and I watched the trailers for the second movie. I thought they were crap, and it led me to believe that the second movie was just going to be a repeat of the first movie. But it's like me. I got some strawberry smoothie, and now they're going to be giving me strawberry chunky, and I'm like, I didn't like your strawberry smoothie. I don't think your strawberry chunky is very good either. So don't give me that crap. I hate all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Your strawberry chip is fat, and your movie fat. I just don't like it. Right? No, that's my opinion. I'm not saying that the movie is crap. I'm not saying that
you say that the movie is crap.
Like it. I'm
you
just
say
saying,
that multiple
this
times.
is my opinion.
But you say that
opinion. You know what I mean?
multiple times you say that the movie is crap, is shit. You did say that, even though you haven't seen it.
It's my opinion.
But you haven't seen it. How are you gonna say this is crap shit if you haven't seen it? Fuck's sake.
Seen the first one, I've seen all the trailers, and I think it's
not
the same. You know what I mean?
Oh, it's not what you think. It's what you can prove. Did you see it? Then you can say it's the same shit. It's crap because I saw it. You can say, yeah, and I understand. I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt that what you're trying to say is probably is gonna be like the same one. I'm not gonna see it because I'm not gonna like it. It's gonna be shit. But you cannot say that it is shit because you haven't seen it. You're gonna say it's gonna be shit because you are not gonna see it. That it's very slight differences that you have to separate those two. You cannot say that the movie is shit because you've seen the first one. You don't like you're not gonna like the second one. If you don't gonna like the second one, it's okay. But you don't like the second one when you haven't seen it. No, man, that doesn't make any fucking sense.
I tasted your strawberry frappuccino, and now you're no, and I said I don't like that, and now you're giving me chunky strawberry frappuccino, and I'm thinking I don't even want to taste that because I know I didn't like the first one. So no, don't give me that crap. Just, give me something else. Is what I'm saying. It's my opinion, Jose. It's my fucking opinion. I'm not saying everybody's going to hate it. Some people are going to hate it, but some people are going to love it because they just love fucking Tom Cruise or jet planes or whatever.
Anyways, Blue, what's it?
I just watched the trailer. I got to side with Terse. Apparently, and I'm very disappointed. Just like the first movie, the second one also has Tom Cruise in it, and just like the first movie, they both have fucking airplanes in it.
Does the movie have the beginning, a middle, and an end?
I'm assuming it might.
Starting to look like the same.
I can't really tell. Damn bastards, they don't give away the storyline much. But hey, the video looked pretty cool, I gotta say.
It does, doesn't it? It might not have a beginning, a middle, and the end. They could do a Tarantino on it. It could have a middle and end in the beginning.
It could.
Just go and watch Pulp Fiction. It's all over the fucking place.
Good times, man. Gary Webenga, bring it down to earth, bro. Sorry, Blue, finish your point, man.
No, I'm just kidding you, Terse.
I know you were kidding. I know you didn't believe Oh, that I was. I know that. I know. I was loving it for those few seconds that you said. Yes. Oh, I was loving that. But then you're taking the piss.
Yeah. Yeah. I do like to jerk the rug out from under people once in a while. I don't know, character flaw.
You know what? There's an example. Terminator. Terminator. I didn't like Terminator 1 too much when I saw it when I was a kid. It was a little bit scary. I said, like, yeah, it looks so shitty. The special effects and the fire, you can see the the effects. I just didn't like it. The story, the whole thing. And then Terminator 2 came in, and there was no movie trailers, none of that. We were poor, but I think it came out either we rented it on VCR or it came up on TV. I said, again, I just gonna watch it, give it a try. I'm probably gonna sit down for the same shit. And it just since the opening blew my mind because of how much better quality, just the visuals only on Terminator 2 is. And then watching the whole movie is mind blown. A total new experience, a lot better movie for me. Terminator 2 is a lot better than the first one.
Don't forget how old the Terminator film is. That was 1984.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people forget because I remember when that came out at the cinema and that was just like, oh wow, that's pretty damn cool. Because at the time, I know they were just that's about the time they were making the switch from sort of stop motion to CGI and all the rest of it. But I think that is a classic. And
a lot of people like them. And I remember when I saw Terminator 3, which the 1 and the 2, I mean, that's the gold standard. Then I watched Terminator 3 and I sat down. I was alone and I was a little bit of pot, right? And I was watching it. I go like, whoa, this is the best movie ever. Watching that for the first time, Terminator 3.
Terminator 3.
Yeah, man, I fucking loved it when I watched it the first time. Now thinking it back, I said like, yeah, it wasn't a big deal. I don't remember much. I remember the car chase scene. I actually do because one was I never seen that. Something that a truck did, like some kind of a crash and a truck came in like from the top. Some weird car chase scene. That's why I thought like, dude, this is fucking amazing because of the way it looked. But yeah, it's subjective. Some people like movies, some people don't.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but yeah, I was probably just trying to stick some shit in there to get people to talk about shit. I hated all that duck thing and all that shit in the first, rendition of the movie. But does anybody remember a movie called Eraserhead? Eraserhead.
Yes, that's David Lynch.
Yeah, okay, right. Do you think we could remake that better and put jets in it?
What's the name of it?
Eraserhead. It's 1977 film.
Yeah, it's black and white and a crazy fucking mess your mind up, and these people will never have heard of it, but they've all heard of fucking jets flying through there.
Let's put it this way: it's a David Lynch film, so it's going to be fucked up. I think I've watched it once, and that was quite enough. Thank you. It's a strange film. Not particularly brilliant, I have to say.
I didn't say it was brilliant, but it's definitely disturbing.
Yeah, well, like I said, it's David Lynch. I mean, he's done he's done much better stuff. All I've got to say is Series 1 of Twin Peaks.
And you would imagine that if they're going to do like 2 movies about flying jets, they could at least make them not looking like each other, except for the graphics.
I mean, are you gonna say that all the World War II movies are gonna be the same? Like, is the movies? We got crazy war movies, and they're gonna be just dropping them in the ocean with these big ships, and they're gonna be shooting, and they're gonna be planes, and they're gonna be bombarding. We cannot say that all the war movies are gonna be the same. They all one different from each other.
Yeah.
Are you telling me that you have not seen lots of the World War II movies that are different from each other?
All of them are different. Every single one of them are different from each other.
Yeah, very different. Very fucking different.
How am I going to say
these 2 fucking movies so fucking...
But how are you going to say... Are you insisting saying that when you have not seen the second one? You cannot say that the movie looks the same when you haven't seen the movie. You really don't understand this, right?
Can I say something?
Go for it, man.
Yeah. Okay. So in Top Gun 1, there was Goose.
Well, he's not going
Setting
to
the
be
height.
back.
Duck. Usually do is duck.
He's
Duck
dead.
guy.
He's not coming back.
Yeah, and it seemed like the job for Goose or whatever navigator is
Is
to
this
tell him.
spoilers? Come on, guys. No spoilers. I haven't seen it. I
No, no,
want to
no.
see
I'm
it.
talking about
Oh,
Top Gun 1. I'm
oh
talking
okay.
about Top Gun 1. It seemed like the job for Goose or navigator is to tell him a plane on your tail. That's it. That's all what you see in part 1. But in part 2, the navigator is already doing a big task. That's one thing. The second thing, after the internet exploded with information and we see videos about aviation and things like that, there's some concepts that we were not aware of, like high G and blackout. So Top Gun 1 didn't have anything like that, or I can't remember there was anything about blacking out or things like that. But in Top Gun 2, and maybe all of you seen in trailers, you see the G-force pulling the face and blackouts and things like that. So the story is different, and the components, the technical components is different. It's amazing.
No, the
Oh,
videography was different, but the fucking story is the fucking same.
You can't tell that from the fucking trailer, Terse. There's no way you can.
Yeah, maybe you're right. I'm
I cannot
sorry.
tell that.
Maybe you're right, but
Absolutely
I
not.
don't see anywhere in there they're going to change that
I tell you,
story strongly enough to not be basically the same as what we had in number
I got
one.
one point. There's maybe you understand me with this one, right? What I mean, the little bit that I remember of the first one, because I didn't pay a lot of attention to me, it was a boring movie. But the Top Gun 1, it was boring to me. I wanted to see an action movie, and it was more of a story movie. But what I thought, it was a young guy, Tom Cruise, a rebel, and he was learning how to fly. And I don't even know if I watched the end, but that was the main story. Was Tom Cruise was a little bit of an asshole and a rebel, and he wanted to learn how to fly. In this movie, 40 years later, Tom Cruise is he was that guy that was an asshole. Now he's an expert. He's been there. He's done that. Now I think for the trailers, he's gonna be kind of guiding now a group of younger people. He's gonna be guiding the ones that was him in the first movie, right? So it's not gonna be Tom Cruise is not the same asshole that's trying to learn. Tom Cruise now knows what he already learned. He already knows. He's already done that. He's a veteran on doing it, and now he's guiding the youngsters to do what he did. Not the same.
There's a 70. He's still an a-hole.
No, I understand that. The first movie, he was the asshole, didn't know anything.
And you are too.
Can you let me finish? He ended up on the motorbike and winning the girl's hat. Right. So I haven't watched the end of the second movie.
Not the beginning, not the middle. You haven't seen anything of the second
I
movie.
presume you don't want me spoil it because I have not watched the movie. But somebody already mentioned that he dies, right? So he dies. One of the other pilots that he trained becomes the guy riding off into the sunset with a woman at the end of the fucking movie. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? If I'm wrong, I will watch the movie.
Well, nobody's going to tell you if you're right or wrong because there's going to be no spoilers in here. Nobody's going to tell how the movie's going to end. So you will not know until you watch the movie if you want to see it. If you don't want to see it because you didn't like the first one, that's good. But don't say that the second one sucks because it's the same, because you don't know if it's the same because you haven't seen it, for fuck's sake.
Okay.
I think we should take Blue Marble Science opinion because he's a pilot, and if he spotted bullshit, I mean, he's the most sensible person for bullshit aviation. So
I don't know about sensible, but
yeah.
You could just say to me, I'm wrong, and watch the movie test. Or you know, you're wrong test and watch the movie. Just tell me that, and I'll watch the movie.
Blue, let's hear from Blue.
Oh, in terms of Top Gun 1, the part of it I didn't like very much was the flying aspect of it, because as a pilot, I know how impossible some of that shit is that they're showing, and I think it probably irritated a lot of pilots. Nobody pulling a high G turn is going to turn their head around sideways like Goose was doing in the back seat of that thing. Ain't going to happen. You're nailed to the seat. You're not going to be up there doing all that shit he was doing. There's a lot of little subtle things like that just don't make sense. But it's a fucking movie, you know. It is. I can get beyond that. Okay, they're trying to entertain people, and all that stuff about flying through the jet wash. Well, we don't even call it that. We call it wake turbulence. And that airplane didn't. Nobody's going to lose control of a fighter jet flying through the wake turbulence of another fighter jet. Ain't going to happen. Jesus Christ! Watch the Blue Angels.
Can I ask Thurs a simple question? Thurs.
Oh Lord.
Do you know what the difference between a remake and a sequel?
I understand this has been a remake, a sequel. I've played games.
You know Top Gun 2 is a sequel, right? And not a remake.
I understand that. I
Okay,
didn't like
just
the
wanted
first
to give you
one,
the benefit of the
think that
doubt.
this one is any better than the first, is what I'm saying.
We're not talking about being better or not. We're talking about what you say that they're the same. They cannot be the same when it's a sequel. They cannot. They will not. They never be the same when it's a sequel.
You also understand when I say that this is my opinion, and I'm not saying that, you know.
But you cannot have that opinion because you haven't seen the second one. You cannot have
a
that.
long time.
That's an invalid opinion because you haven't seen the second one. How are you going to have that opinion that they're the same if you haven't seen it?
I can have an opinion about fucking anything. It's the First Amendment. You know what I mean? I can fucking have an opinion about anything and talk about it.
But it doesn't make but that opinion is a non sequitur. It's not valid because you haven't seen it. You're comparing two things.
Saying my opinion is valid and how they should believe it.
You are comparing a plate of rice and beans with a plate of rice and chicken. When you ate the rice and beans, but you haven't eaten the rice and chicken, and you're still saying that both plates taste the same. You cannot. That's an invalid opinion. You cannot have that opinion.
Now, does rice and beans and chicken taste the same as rice, chicken, and habichuelas?
Right.
You remember when people used to come in and say that the sun doesn't rise in the east and set in the west, the earth is flat, and you said, "Oh, you have to provide proof for that because you're making a statement of fact." I'm not making a statement of fact. I'm talking to you.
You
about
are making a.
We're talking about movies. We're talking about fucking movies.
Yeah,
for fuck's sake. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. And the movies, and you're giving a invalid opinion about movies when you haven't seen movies.
Yes, and I can't have an.
How are you going to have opinions?
About a movie?
How are you going to have an opinion about movies when you don't watch
God.
movies? If you don't watch movies, how are you going to have an opinion about movies, Thurs? You look prettier when you shut up. This is the moment when I tell you, sit down. This is the moment when I'll tell you, shut the fuck up, sit down, bite your tongue, and listen. If somebody is talking about movies and you haven't seen those movies, why in the fuck are you going to have those opinions? Thank you very much. Sit down, bite your tongue, shut the fuck up. We'll try to talk about something else that everybody will be included. Thank you. Mandevil say, can we have a reboot of this idiot? That's why you boot him from the call twice.
Oh dear.
That's why I don't comment about this Holy Grail. The how do you call those serious movies? The funny ones, the British ones, Farmer, the Monty Python movies. I don't comment on those. I haven't watched them. I mean, how am I going to have a comment? How am I going to tell you they suck? How am I going to take their bullshit? I can tell it's not because I seen clips. It's not my type of comedy. I don't know if I'm going to like it or not. I'm not going to say that those movies are shit. I haven't seen the movie.
How can you? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
How can you say they're shit if you haven't watched them?
Exactly, yeah.
I mean, I don't like musicals, and so I don't watch them. But I can't tell you that the musicals are shit because I haven't watched them. But I've seen a few
Exactly.
and I don't like them, so I don't watch them. And it's as simple as that. I don't watch Bollywood films because I don't like them.
Dude, Bollywood films are fucking awesome. It's a trip.
I can't cope with them, mate.
I've
Sorry,
watched some of all of them, you know what I
I've
mean?
watched clips. I've watched bits of them. Just thought, no, I can't be doing this.
The trip.
No,
Man.
but some of them are good and some of them are shit. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
You
so
know what I mean? It's like that.
I watch a lot of films and watch lots of genres, but not Bollywood. Sorry, no.
Do you watch a lot of European movies where you have to watch them with subtitles on because they're all in French or German? Because I do.
Well,
you know what I mean?
you should mention that. If I was to do I do about a top 10, but a top 20 of films, a fair few in there, and certainly at least in the top 5, one of which is German and has to be subtitles. There's an awful lot of my favourite films are subtitled, not just European, Japanese as well.
Yeah, I watch a lot of, as I say, foreign movies, and they are in foreign languages, and I need to see the subtitles. Yeah.
Yes, yeah, I can't stand dubbed films. It's got to be in the original
Das
language.
Das Boot, Das Boot, for instance. Have you watched Das Boot?
I have the full 308-minute double disc German Blu-ray version.
It's a fantastic fucking movie. Fantastic.
That's the German film that's in my top 5. I don't know how many times I've watched that.
I tell you, no times have I ever thought in the top 50, top 100, as any of Tom Cruise's flying airplanes movies ever been in.
Well, it doesn't
up there, yeah.
But yeah, there'd be one or two top Tom Cruise.
I'm not saying these movies aren't good. Some of these movies are great. I love them, but not his fucking flying movies.
Yeah, I think
Well,
we've established that.
I seen Mission Impossible. I seen one of them. Like the second or the third, and I don't need to watch any more of them because they're all the same. That's Thirst, way of thinking.
They're all the fucking same, you know what I mean?
I've watched most.
Kingsman,
I've watched most of them.
Kingsman and Kingsman 2, yeah, they're the fucking total same. It's fucking terrible how they just butchered that fucking series. That is terrible, you know?
I actually watched the 3 of those, and they are very different from each other. The first one was really cool. I enjoyed it a lot. The second one was, I enjoyed it. The third one was, I enjoyed it, but they were very different from each other. The 3 Kingdom movie.
Yeah. The first one was the best one.
I'm sorry?
There are 3. There are 3 of them. The first one was decent, was really good, yeah. For my opinion.
What's the third one?
Second one lost its way a bit. I think that was that. Yeah, I'm not sure about the second one. The third one.
But they are supposed to be comedy, action, adventure, you know.
Yeah. Well, that's what they were.
I think all I get from, Tom Cruise and his flying planes is it's supposed to be action. And I'm like, don't get a lot of action. It's most of them interacting with each other as people. And I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Actually, Farmer's Boy.
I just don't fucking get it. You know what I mean?
We learn a lot today, Farmer's Boy. And this is the heart of the matter of here.
Yeah.
Thirst is not a movie guy. Period.
You get that feeling, don't you?
I mean, that's it. If he doesn't know,
lots of movies.
If Thirst doesn't know how to differentiate movies from each other, and he said like, yeah, they're all the same genre, and therefore they're all the same. I mean, he's just not a movie guy. That's it.
Yeah.
I don't think you understand what I'm looking at here. It's a crap movie. It's a crap premise. There's no way to go there. It doesn't take us anywhere. It's supposed to make us think that America is fantastic when we know that's fucking false.
But how do you know that if you haven't watched the movie, bro?
And he's a hero. But
how are you telling this?
Come on.
Have you seen the movie? He's a hero. They want to make America great again. How do you know all of this if you haven't watched it, bro? You cannot say that out of a movie trailer. You cannot.
I guess I'm just smarter than other people. I don't know. I just picked up on it. That's what I read
That's
from
funny.
it, and I just thought, yeah, this is not going anywhere. It's like fucking
Very
no.
rich. That was a
Look,
rich
I'm your
comment.
father. You know what I mean? Come on.
Do you think the Star Wars movie are different from each, or you just
You
are you a
didn't
fan?
see that coming.
Are you a fan of Star Wars movies? You know there are 9 Star Wars movies and a few movies TV series. There's. What do you think
Yeah,
about the
yeah.
Star Wars
Oh,
movies?
I'm drinking wine, having a smoke, and talking to you about movies. You say I don't watch movies. I'll watch hundreds of movies.
So my question: what do you think? What are your thoughts on the Star Wars saga as whole completely? You know that there are
I think
9.
it's entertaining for people who are like probably 14 to 15, and people who are like older who grew up with it and think it's an important thing in their life.
Do you
But apart
do
from
you know
that,
anything about the Star Wars movie?
they're just a stupid story that they keep making money out of. It's as simple as that.
So you don't know anything about movies, yeah? But that was my prediction. There's is just not a movie guy. Period.
No, I am a movie guy, but what the hell do we learn from Star Wars? It's the same story again, over and over. You know what I mean? If
Gotta
you're
answer my phone. I'll
good
be back
and
in a
you
minute.
fight against bad, you win in the end. And it's like, fuck me. We've been learning that shit since we were in fucking kinder school. You know what I mean?
Oh dear.
How many real stories are there in movies? When you think about the start, middle, and end, how many real stories are there
What do you mean real?
out there? How many stories do we get told? How many stories don't start off with the same thing, go through the process of going through the middle, and have an end? And we're all supposed to support the person at the end who's
What?
so, so
Test.
overcomes all the crap they went through, she went through. It's the basic same fucking story. I mean,
When did you start drinking today?
me,
Yes.
I've never stopped. I drink
No,
every
well,
fucking day. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know that. Never mind. You're rambling, dear boy.
So, what is the difference from any story you've ever seen, in Hollywood movies that don't go from some young guy becomes, powerful, or some old guy, you know what I mean? Gets sort of like, pissed off, and at the end they win. That's your whole fucking storybook. You know what I mean? And it's pissing me off that so many fucking movies that I watch fucking end up the fucking same way. All these men in fucking tights, hero fucking cunts. I mean, you get a superhero fucking, he learns his fucking, suddenly I've got a super fucking power. And then, and it becomes this, what the fuck? I mean, there's so many fucking other things that could be making movies. But this is what people love. Oh, you are going to suddenly become a superhero, or wear tights and save the world. And it's like, what the fuck? Or you're going to become a super fucking soldier. You know what I mean? You're going to be better than all the other soldiers, and you're going to fucking win the battle and kill us. And it's like, fuck. It's the same fucking story.
Lel, do you want to bring this back down
Genre,
to
you know what I
earth?
mean?
Lel,
It's my
please.
fucking nutting, you know what I mean?
I have faith on you, Lel.
Save me.
Dune, the movie, is the same story as the old one. Do you like the new Dune?
Oh, I can't wait for the second part.
Terse, have you seen the new Dune yet? I've never seen the new Dune, but I heard.
Yeah, I watched the new Dune, and I think it's a comparable of the original. The original was more gay and all that. I get that, but the second one, I enjoyed it. But yeah, they didn't even get to the end of the fucking story, and then they ended it, and I was like, what the fuck, you know?
Now, will you say when Dune 2, when the second part, the continuation come out, are you gonna say that it's gonna be the same one as the first one because you already seen one?
I read all the books, right, and I watched the first movie. I watched the second one. Dune 2. The ones that's been out, like it's
Oh,
been
we're
out
talking
like
about the
for
new
8 months or
ones. You watched the
something.
new Dune from last year. You watched the new Dune from last year, yes?
Yeah. I
You
watched
haven't. The second one is still being made. They're doing a continuation.
No, they already had Dune. Well, okay. You're
They're doing
saying
a
there's a
second one, a
continuation,
continuation
but
from the new
yeah,
one. Yes,
okay.
yes, they're doing it now. When the second one come out, you don't even have to see it because it's going to be exactly the same as this first one that you saw last year, right?
No, I'm comparing it to the books and what went before.
No. I'm talking about it as a single entity. Dune from last year. I never seen any Dune previous to that. I know there were Dune movies. I know there are Dune books. Never read the books. Never seen the movies. I saw the first one last year. Do you know what I'm going to do when the second one come out? I'm gonna see it because I know that it's gonna
You're
be
going to see
complete.
shit before you
First,
see
I'm
it. I
still
know.
talking
Yeah.
first. When the second one come out, I will see it because I know it's gonna be a continuation from this one. So it's gonna be 100% different than this one. Now, what would you think? I don't think you need to see the second one that is coming this time because it's gonna be exactly the same one than the first part that you saw from last year.
I seen the original Dune, right, and I liked that. It was a bit gay. I watched the second, no, the remake that was out like last year. I think it came out, and I thought that fantastic, great, But you know what?
How about my point?
Oh God, are you going to let me finish or what?
How about my point about the second movie? Will you see it? Or you don't have to see it because it's going to be the same as the first one?
I've seen it, and I have
No.
a real opinion on it.
Thirst. You haven't seen it. It hasn't come out. You hasn't seen it. You saw another version. You haven't seen the new one that is coming out in next year or maybe the year after. When that next movie come out, the second part of it, well, you don't have to see it because it's going to
So
be
now
exactly
I've got to talk about stuff that I haven't even seen trailers for or shit. Yeah, that's
so
what
when the
you're saying.
second don't come out, are you planning on seeing it?
I don't know what I've got to say. You're talking about something that's not even got trailers. I mean, what?
Yes, but it will come out. We know that I know that they're working on it.
I know it will come out.
It will come out in a year or two. If let's say if the movie comes out in a year or two, will you see it, or you don't think you need to see it?
I don't know. I'll have to see the trailers and find out.
So if you see the trailers and it looks a lot like the first one, will you see it, or is it going to be exactly like the first one? Even though it's a continuation.
I would have to see the trailers and see whether I'm interested.
So what if they make a mistake and they show the trailers for the first movie, but it was just a mistake and it's actually a second movie? Will you see it?
Well, what if the Earth spins off its axis and we go, no, what if?
So you can, right? Hey, Thurs, thank you for playing today, man.
Comment on something I don't
give me your
know
final
about.
thoughts, Thurs, give me your final thoughts. I'm going to mute you for the rest of the show. Go ahead.
Okay, we'll go to final thoughts, okay.
No, you are going to final thoughts. I'm going to keep going the show for a little bit longer. Final thoughts, Thurs.
My final thoughts?
Yes.
I would love people not to put words in my mouth and accept that I have the ability to have opinions. My opinions are not always right, but they are my opinion, and that's where I am. Carry on. Kick me, if you want, but
Long live Thurs, the movie guy. That's something.
Oh dear.
Can robots be conscious? Can robots earn right to self-determination? Robots as doom, robots as salvation, robot and human merging. Lots of stories. I saw a movie of Robin Williams about a robot.
Oh yeah.
And it was not him trying to get rights to be a human, to be considered as an entity, as a human, normal. I don't know. Weird. I just read that first segment of the comment, the thing. Can you think in the near future robots will be treated as humans? Will they have rights and shit like thoughts?
That's yeah. What was that? That was the Bicentennial Man, wasn't it? Was that Robin Williams?
Yes, that's the title. Yes.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. I still think we're a long way from that becoming a potential issue. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, if an artificial intelligence can be shown to be, conscious in the same way that we are, then yes, I would have thought they deserve the same sort of rights as we do.
Well, the good book tells us that the life is in the blood. So, based off of being
it
a
gives a
Christian
fucking
fundamentalist religitard and believing what it says, unless these robots have blood of some sort, no, they can
Why?
never become conscious.
Why do you think that your bizarre book has any bearing on artificial intelligence?
Because God is the only one who made life. Otherwise, it's just a bunch of men sitting around guessing.
Well, that's your belief. That's that's not reality. Sorry.
I'm going to listen to the one who actually made life, not a bunch of men making uniformitarian guesses. Thank
Your God
you.
talks to you, does he? Wow.
Not audibly, but I believe the Bible is his word.
But who wrote it? It was a bunch of men like farmers and me. If we sit down and we write a bunch of stories, it can become the Bible in 1,000 years from now, right, farmers?
They wrote it dictated to by the Holy Spirit. The actual author was God. Men were simply the pen.
Oh, so they heard God, did they?
I don't know if their eyes rolled into the back of their head or whatever, but they got the dictation from the Holy Spirit.
And how do you know that they did? Because they said that they did?
People signed the Bible with their blood, being willing to die for it and its premises being true.
Oh,
That's
well, that
more
must
than good
make it
enough
right
for
then,
me,
yeah.
along with prayer and Jesus. That's good enough for me.
Well, I must say you have very low standards, but there you go.
It's different for everybody. Different things convince different people. As far as I'm concerned, Jesus is real and the Bible is real. I'm not really interested in looking into anything else really beyond that.
No, we know that. Because every time you say I'll look into that, that's bollocks, isn't it?
So all I can do is state the reason for your faith and go from there.
Right.
But anyway, back to these robots. At best, they'd be golems, bodies for demons to possess, but nothing that's actually alive.
Might be too late at night to listen to this bollocks.
Could it be possible an artificial intelligence or I don't know consciousness created on a computer can be more human than a human actually?
That's a tagline from Blade Runner. Is it not more human than human?
Really, I don't know.
I hang on.
Nice.
I'm
And
fairly
if it
certain.
is, it makes sense. If it is, it makes sense.
I'm fairly certain that is that's from Blade Runner, and that was from the who made them? The Tyrell Corporation and their replicants, which is obviously what Deckard's hunting down in the original film. I believe that the company motto was "more human than human."
You know what? And a robot or artificial intelligence, Lemon, could not be corrupted, could not commit sin, could not lie, could not do any of that because it will be programmed. And yes, it will might continue learning, but it will have certain base foundation to go through. So if he is already programmed with this foundation of these certain rules, they will never break it. Now, humans can break those rules. Humans are can be persuaded to do other things.
Well, based off of the life being in the blood, I don't see consciousness coming from a robot. If consciousness is synonymous with life, at best, I would see a body for something else to possess, like a demon or something like that, but not a living entity.
Will you consider a robot a living? I could consider a robot a living entity. If I don't plug it in, it will just perish. It will just stop working. If I don't oil it in the joints every once in a while, it will die. It will stop working. Just like a
Well,
human.
life grows and develops and has a will and a desire of some sort, responds to stimulus in an organic, way. So on that level, a robot would just be a machine, something that's programmed to perform certain tasks, but not much else. No volition, no will, no
You don't
free
believe in
agency.
artificial in evolution of robots that they can evolve and have thoughts on their own, ideas on their own.
No.
But that is already happening. It's experimental in computer programs, not necessarily in a human form robots, but there are artificial intelligence out there. There it already is a thing.
Programmed to go through some algorithms, sure. Can it hold a conversation? Can it read a book? Can it hold a relationship? Does it freely choose to do this or does it rebel? As far as I can tell, without some demon housing it, that's not going to happen.
Maybe there are some beta. Maybe there already exist some beta forms of artificial intelligence that can do all of that you say. It's still not available for a lot of us, but just grab one of these cheap versions of artificial intelligence, which is not, it's a program thing, but talk to Alexa, talk to Google, and talk to Google, have a conversation with it. He can have a conversation with Alexa and Google, and that is just the simplest way. Do you know how much further the technology exists, further than Google? And with Google, I can sit down and have a full conversation with fucking, hey Google, tell me a joke. Your mama this, and all of this.
Hmm. I guess up to a point, the program can be modified, but I don't know if I would call that life. Not without blood.
So blood is that contingency, that one item that is needed. What if instead of oil through their pipes, the robot, I put blood in through their pipes? Will that make a human?
Hmm. The blood might work. It might coagulate. Needs to be in a living body, a body that can formulate the blood, maintain it, and regulate it. Otherwise, it'll just coagulate and just
Well,
death.
well, in the health, I know there are machines that keep blood pumping and rolling and moving around.
Liquids like that need to be well cared for. Otherwise, through the machinery, they'll just degenerate, get too
Oh,
hot.
machines do better. The machines get the blood flowing a lot better than a human does.
They can oxygenate it too. They can do all sorts of things.
So now that we already debunked that the blood, because a machine can run on blood, and a machine can run blood and make it work better than a human host. Now what? What is the next thing that is needed to be considered as a intelligent human? I mean, human now, but intelligent in a citizen, a part of us. I don't consider a dog. A dog is very close to a human, but he cannot speak. He cannot, do math. He cannot write. He cannot have a conversation in human language. But a robot can. An artificial intelligence computer can. So a computer is more human than a dog. What do you think, Lem?
Hmm.
Gary Webenga thinks that a cow can be a human. I don't even know where that come from. I was trying to bait him.
Oh dear.
Moo. I can. You know what can be a human? A rubber band. I can make a rubber band into a human. If I one nail for the head, one nail, two nails for the neck. I mean, I can make a frame with nails, and then I can put the rubber band around it. It will make a human, right, farmers?
No.
No,
Well,
no one nail for the, not one for the head. But let's say if I use 100 nails in a big board, and I just smash the nails in human shape, and then I put a rubber band around. Will that rubber band be a
no, it'll be a rubber band. I
in
think
shape
you
of
need
a human?
more than just rubber bands to make a human.
Will it be in shape of a human?
Well, yeah, okay, it'd be in the shape of a human, but I don't think that'd make it human.
Could I have a conversation with it?
Do you know? I'm sure you could.
Thank you very much. That's the right answer.
However, I suspect
Gary, what do you think?
a little bit one-sided.
Gary, what do you think? Could you have a conversation with a rubber band? Let's see, Gary.
I don't think he wants.
Blue, what should I do, man? Blue, I'm trying here.
You have no idea. I'm playing around on the internet.
Oh, careful. Don't be talking to it. We'll pull you in.
Yeah, that happened about 3 years ago, and I've not forgiven myself yet.
It corrupts you, man. Corrupt.
Wait a minute. They can't genuinely think the Earth is flat. No.
Exactly. The hell is wrong with these people? I can straighten this out right away. No, you can't.
I think that's what everybody thinks when they first encounter it. You think, no, surely if I explain it sort of slowly and clearly to them, they'll understand. No.
Yeah, that's really, I think, the way we all start out, don't we?
Yes.
You hear a little bit of that stuff, and you think, "Oh, these poor fellows, they're just a little confused." We'll have a quick word with them, and they'll be okay. No, they won't.
No. You soon come to the realization. No, it's yeah.
You've done everything you can, man.
Yeah, then you go through the stage where you get really aggravated because they're not listening, and they're making fun of you and making them silly memes about you and all that kind of stuff. And then you get to the point where I'm at right now, which is I really don't give a shit. I don't care. They're just trying to irritate me, so I do what I can to irritate them.
That's fair.
A stray dog, and there's a fence, and the dog is barking and barking and barking across the fence, and you come in from the side of the fence, and there's a little toy, a squeaky toy. And Blue, oh, is this what you want here, doggy? The dog grabs it and goes away. And as Blue is walking back home, he hears the dog barking. When he looks back, the squeaky toy is again in the other side of the fence. You go, what the fuck? Are you trying to play with me? Okay, well, here's the squeaky toy, and Blue just goes away. And he hears the dog barking, and he see somebody, a neighbor, giving him the squeaky toy, and the dog goes away. And then Blue wakes up, and the dog is barking, and there's a different squeaky toy in there. I don't know. It's like a cycle. It's like never ends. You done everything you can to give that dog the toy. The dog keep coming back, bugging you, bothering you. You got nothing to do. One day you wake up, the dog is barking the fence. There's nothing there. You give the dog food. You buy a toy for him. You're giving many toys. You seal the fence, and you hear the dog barking through the concrete 10-foot tall wall. Shout out to Flutter to sort of like those dogs. They keep coming back for nothing. They just bugging, not letting me sleep. Motherfuckers. Sorry, I don't know. That was a weird rant. It was a story that I was making up in the spot. That's it. Even if you build a wall, if you put him in a vacuum, the dog will bark in the vacuum with no air in. I gotta think my story's better before I speak about it. That's the beauty of this live show. So it just comes to my mind and I just spew it out, even if it makes no sense, which most of the times it doesn't.
Yeah, but hey. Oh dear. I'm gonna have to bail out.
Yeah, it's late, man. Being
It's
late.
over here. Yeah, it's 1:15 in the morning.
Oh yeah, it's that
Oh,
time.
well.
Yeah, I wanted to do the show earlier. I just couldn't do it earlier.
No, that's cool.
Yeah, I started to go live, but then I thought, nah, why? No reason. I might do a show tomorrow, though. I might.
Good. Good. If I do tomorrow Friday, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. If I do a Friday festivities tomorrow, I'll do it at noon. That's my scheduled time that I want to do it. It's a good time, and then 12 for me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I'll do it. I don't know, 2 hours, 3 hours, whatever it is. That'll be good.
Yeah, you do a 12, and I'll do one around 3, maybe.
Yeah, that'll be good.
You can warm them up, and I'll wear them out. How's that?
That's excellent. Yeah, on a Friday, yeah, expecting more participation. I try to do. I'll try to pull some funny clips. If not, I got a bunch of SD cards with my long distance observations that I haven't uploaded in my new channel. I might review some of those again. If we don't have a good combo with back and forward with the opposition going, then we'll just share a few of the. I'll just share with the audience a few of the observations. Stuff. Cool. Yeah, appreciate that. You did a upload about the Poncho train, right? Blue, Rakia showing the curve, really cool, huh? Good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched those while I wasn't doing the shows for the week. I saw that video in the background uploaded. I said, like, yep, they done it again. Another one of those globe heroes around here. They do great, man. They bring certain points that are actually really good and factuals when you say like, so you don't think there's atmosphere in the earth. You don't think every time we look in through an atmosphere and there's always refraction going. The flat earthers are superheroes when they say stuff like that because it's true. Blue, what do you think about that?
Well, I honestly wasn't paying attention. I was reading the chat. Sorry.
Some of the flat earthers, they are great and they say a lot of truth, like really good stuff. Like, for example, when they're arguing with a glober and they say, so you believe or you don't believe that there's always atmosphere that we breathe air? It's always atmosphere on the earth. We always looking through an atmosphere. There's always going to be refraction to them. I love them when they say type the stuff like that. It's beautiful, right?
Oh yeah, beautiful.
It's beautiful because in one side of the mouth they say we all know that there's refraction always happening. In the other side of the mouth they say black swan. You should be able to see this. It's beautiful.
Yeah, everything to them is both a curse and a blessing. Somehow.
They pull it out so easy when they do stuff like this. I amuse myself. I say I couldn't. Not even if I try to double speak like they do, I cannot do it.
Yeah, just to answer something that Rocky I had stuck out there in the chat, which I deleted. I never claimed to be a fighter pilot. When I was talking about Goose trying to turn around and look some other direction while doing, high G maneuvers. Rocky, I have flown aerobatics, okay? Not in jet fighters. in Centaurias and stuff like that. And I can tell you, just pulling 5Gs, 4.5Gs, it's you're not going to be moving your head around the way they were doing in that movie. That's the basis for my remark. Now, don't try to put something out there that says I'm pretending to be a fighter pilot. You're full of shit. I never said anything like that. Okay? Thank you.
And that being said, we're gonna get out of here. You're up, Blue Marble, for some final thoughts. Go on, man.
Hey, the Earth is not flat. We have checked. And when I say how stupid can you be, Rockia, that's not a challenge. That's a question. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Pleasure having you here, sir. CrowXC, thank you for coming in. Discord user, always nice to see you over here. Farmer's Boy, final thoughts.
I'd just like to say that I am looking forward to watching the next Top Gear film when it's available in HD and not cam. Yeah, no, it's been a lot of fun, and I'm glad I've managed to stay awake long enough to enjoy it. So thank you very much.
Thank you. Appreciate having you here, man. Always get feedback on. It was fun. The movie talk today. Shout out to Thurs. Shout out to Thurs.
Shit. Even though I haven't seen it, I know it's shit.
That movie is shit.
Yeah.
Oh man. Thank you, farmers. Gotti, you want to give some final thoughts? Let's get out of here, man. All right, let me jump into my main PC for final thoughts.
And that is all for today, ladies and gentlemen. It's been good. It's been excellent. I am happy. Appreciate it. It was a little bit later than usual show. It was actually funny. I enjoyed it a lot. I had to work on my green screen because on the OBS was able to tweak the green screen in some way, but the Streamlabs is, I don't know. I'll play with the settings hopefully tomorrow before the show. If not, no big deal. Anyway, thank you all. If you made it this far, don't forget to leave a like, leave a comment in the comment section. Let us know your thoughts, share the show, and make sure that the bell notification icon is on. This has been Jose JG, and I'm out. Boom. Thank you.